And happy Sunday, everybody. I'll try to talk louder this week because I had a couple of people say they couldn't hear me last week. But anyway, this is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and today is Sunday and it's Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all you mommies of human babies, fur babies, and all of you who have intervened with those of us who needed help with our kids. So it really does take a village to raise a child. But anyway, today is Sunday and it is May the 12th. And it is Mother's Day, so again, happy Mother's Day to everyone. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, it's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. Or if you're watching this later on Facebook, and if you don't want to see all the hi hellos, you're gonna want to skip to about 10 minutes because we're getting ready to have a lot of them. So hey Jennifer, hey Jenny from Boston, and hey Carol Lou. Yeah! So yeah, I'm gonna ask a question about Carol Lou here in just a second, here in just a minute when we get some more people on here. But happy Mother's Day, everybody. I hope you all will wish each other a very happy Mother's Day. And for those of us who are grandmothers, yay, it was extra special today. Hello Kim, hello Claudine, thank you, hello Lisa. Yeah, so we're gonna have some fun tonight. Hello Pam from New York City. Yeah, so how is it up there? I've been to New York, but I've only been out in the air long enough to get in one cab from one airport to go to another airport. That's the most time I've spent outside in New York City. Hello Kim, happy Mother's Day. Hello Jennifer, hello Tag, hello Melissa, hello Chris. Yeah, so today's Mother's Day. It's May the 12th. Hello Irma. And my mom was very excited to see me yesterday and is going to be even more excited to see Alyssa tomorrow. So she loves me, but let's face it, she really loves Alyssa. So yeah, so she's more excited to see her. Hello Kim. I did take her some Dr. Pepper though, and I found sugar-free York peppermint patty, so she was pretty excited about that. Hello Stacy, and hello Lisa. So again, it's IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Y'all should go check it out. I'm going to put some new recipes on there because life is finally starting to get back to normal. Oh no, Pam says it's cold and rainy. Sorry. Oh well, maybe I don't want to go visit right now. Hello Jackie. Hey Kathy. But yeah, so life is starting to get back to normal. I'm not going to say it's completely normal. And we are going to have my dad's service on Tuesday night. So I will not be around on most of the day on Tuesday or, into the early evening. But I'm getting ready to put a whole bunch of recipes. Okay, not all at one time, but I'm ready to put a whole bunch of recipes. Hello Betty on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Because I have a whole bunch that, that have been like kind of pending, waiting on me to get back with it again. And hello, Mindy from drizzly Charleston, South Carolina. Yeah, it's rained here all day long. Hello, Sherry from chilly and rainy New England. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Cindy. And yes, happy Mother's Day. Hello, Lacey. And hello, Sherry. Hello, Cindy. So we're going to go ahead and get cranking because I have some food to make for you all tonight. Hello, Sandra from Dingman's Ferry. Yeah, and thank you all for wishing each other happy Mother's Day. Hello, Carla. So who was with us last week, or who attended your physical meeting last week? Who attended your physical workshop last week? I want to see some thumbs ups for that. Yeah, I want to see some thumbs up. So actually, I'm really excited that there's this many of you all here. Hello, Kathy, because it is Mother's Day. Did y'all do anything exciting for Mother's Day? We'll go back to the meeting in just a second, go back to our workshops in a second. Hello, Melissa from Kentucky, and hello, Mary Ann. Oh, wait, it's Mary Ann's birthday. Yay, Mary Ann from Pittsburgh. So everybody tell Mary Ann happy birthday. I won't sing to you because it's terrible. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, so I could sing in sign language. I think it's happy birthday to you. Anyway, hello, Tedders. And, oh, yep, and Lacey said she attended our meeting. Yeah, so we'll come back to that in just a second. What I want to know first is, show me some hands. Who made Carol Lou's green beans after last week? So, who made Carol Lou's green beans last week? Yeah, so today's Mother's Day. So you didn't have to make them for your mom, but who made Carol Lou's green beans last week? Let me see. Let me see a show of hands on the green beans before we start talking about our workshop. Although some of y'all have already jumped ahead because I know I said it and y'all are on a little bit of a delay, and thank you all for telling her happy birthday. But yeah, so I'm going to see a show of hands because I know some people did. We did for sure. Love them, absolutely love them. And Alyssa was tickled to death with them. And once she figured out that she could just, bite off the end, she absolutely loved them. So Lisa, does that mean you made some? Does that mean that you made Carol Lou's green beans? Carol Lou's Batman's green beans, and that is one of the recipes that I'll be posting. It's Carol Lou's recipe, and we will be giving her credit for it, in the recipe. Oh, and Sherry still needs some nutritional yeast. Yes, you do. Yes, ma'am, you do need some nutritional yeast. Lynn made them, and she said they were delicious. Yay! They're delicious and they're good and they're nutritious. They're delicious and good for you. Oh, and Kathy wrote the recipe down. Very good. Oh, Chris went mudding with a side-by-side and four-wheeler with her daughter all day. That sounds like an awesome Mother's Day. That sounds like a very good one. Yeah, that sounds like fun. And Betty's gonna make them soon. She's gonna make the green beans soon. Aloha, Kathy. Yeah, so it's still early in Mother's Day in Kathy's land, in Kathy land, out in Hawaii. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Okay, so now, if you did not make Carol Lou's green beans, hello Cece. If you did not make Carol Lou's, that man's air fryer green beans, if you did not make those in between last week and this week, never fear. I will be posting that recipe this week, and I'll be posting the YouTube video on how to make those. They were super easy, like seriously, anybody could make them. Anyone could make them. Super, super easy, and they were super yummy, like so yummy. Like we have another half of a bag of green beans to make because they were so good. Okay, so now, who attended your physical workshop last week? So show me some thumbs ups if you went to your physical workshop last week and you sat your bottom in a little chair. Show me some thumbs ups. Yeah, so I already saw some thumbs ups when I mentioned it before, so very good, bravo. Bravo, bravo. Yep, and who, so thumbs up if you sat your bottom in a little chair, and who, do a heart, give me some hearts if you attended here with us last week. If you attended with us last week here live, or if you did both, then let's see some hearts. Yeah, and Sandra's got thumbs up, heart, thumbs up, heart, thumbs up, heart. Yep, Kim Mitchell, thumbs up, heart, thumbs up, heart. Yep, so you guys did both. Awesome, awesome. Marianne, yep. Marianne, some thumbs ups. Chris said, Chris said, don't, just an FYI from Chris, don't run your air fryer and the air conditioner at the same time in your camper. It will trip the breaker. Uh-oh. Oopsie. Oopsie. Hello, Taylor. Thank you. Thank you. I love you too. Hey, Evie. Okay, so everybody who attended either a physical workshop or here or both last week, here are your Bravo stickers. Bravo to everyone. Yeah, thank you, Janice. I love being here. So bravo, here are your stickers to everyone. And then who did your homework? So you did not have to make one of these cards again. And yes, I know they're backwards, but you did not have to make one of these cards again. But who did your homework last week? So last week's topic, we were talking about, Happy Mother's Day, Wanda. So last week's topic, we were talking about easing emotions without food. So ways to not use food to ease your, to ease your emotions. And so we were talking about things like one of the things that came up this week, and I don't know that we specifically covered it last week, but it was so funny. Gwen in our workshop this week had said, in kind of a wrap up from last week, she said that if you're hungry, or if you think you're hungry and only a cupcake sounds good, you're probably not hungry. Yeah. So if you're really hungry, anything sounds good. Like you'll eat a banana or an apple or, a chicken breast or, some actual food. It doesn't have to be something specific, like a cupcake. So we were talking about, what emotions can trigger us to have, hello Sylvia, and Happy Mother's Day. What emotions can trigger us, to have some, reasons for emotional eating, and what to do about that. So one of the things we talked about was making one of these cards, and we had made this in a previous chat. It's the I feel so card. And if you feel so something other than hungry, hello Loretta, and hello Debbie, Orlando Debbie, and Happy Mother's Day to everyone out there. Fur moms too, fur moms count. Kim shared her homework at the meeting this week, and everyone thought it was a great idea. Awesome. So tell us exactly what you did, because we had a couple of different things going on last week. But the I feel so, like my Christy she had a really good one. I saw several of you all had notes on your refrigerator that said, whatever it is, if it's not food, if you're not hungry, it's not in here. So that you would know when you get up to the refrigerator or to the pantry that if you're feeling something else, that the answer is not in there. So I feel so, if you feel excited, that's not food. If you feel angry, if you feel sad, hello Inez, Happy Mother's Day, hello Lindsay. But if it's something besides hungry, then the answer is not in your refrigerator. So I loved seeing the signs that y'all had, like on your refrigerators or on your pantries, that talked about that. So those were some really good ones. What? Lynn says, if you are hungry and a cupcake sounds good, you may be in her mind. Okay, so Kim shared the I feel so note. Very good. Awesome. Very, very good. So for those of you who did your homework, more Bravo stickers. Yeah, so more Bravo stickers to you all. I was a little bit slow in my Bravo sticker handing out last week, just because we're still trying to get caught up. But I do encourage you to try some non-food fixes, things like calling a friend, turning yourself in, here or, at a WW workshop, or something like that, just to get, something else on your mind. And remember, emotions are not a character flaw. They are not. We are raised from a very early age to, to treat emotions, happy, sad, doesn't matter, to treat them with food. Okay. So we've got a game to play with this week's topic. So I'm kind of rushing into it a little bit, but this week's topic is the protein advantage. And so I have a question for you all. Why do you think that protein might be so important in our WW journey? I know it's extremely important for people that are doing keto and extreme diets, but why do you think it would be so important, in our WW diet as part of a well-rounded, just, an overall, just a, wellness, a daily wellness? Why would protein be, oh, Tedder's company came in. Hi, tell the company we said hey. Yep, Loretta's exactly right. It fills us up. Yeah, so protein, have you noticed that foods that are higher in protein, lower in fat, that they have less points, so they're encouraging us or kind of nudging us towards things that are higher in protein. Kim says they keep us feeling full longer. That's called satiety. That's exactly right. Melissa says energy. Yep. Debbie says it stabilizes our blood sugar. Exactly right. Stacy says keeps her fuller longer. Kathy says it keeps you full longer. Bonnie said makes us feel full. That's exactly right. Lynn says builds muscles. That's another good one. If you're exercising while you're doing WW, which I encourage, even if it's just a little bit, it will help you to build some lean muscles. And lean muscles, even if you don't lose as much weight as you want to, lean muscles take up less room. So just keep that in mind. So even if you haven't had a big weight loss, lean muscles, your muscles, they'll take up less room. So you'll be smaller, but that's a good one. Roberta says it's filling. Loretta says, when I mix protein, carbs, and fat, let me tell you, I don't want to snack. Yeah, so if she puts a protein, with her other snacks, then she doesn't feel like snacking. Angelia says it helps activate our brain to think clearly and make better decisions. That's exactly right. Whoa. Okay, and may have to return that here in a few minutes because that is the nursing home where my mother is. That's just called through on the emergency line. So I may have to be getting John to call that back. Let's see, and oh, Barbara's back in Tennessee, and she says there's no place like home. That is awesome, and Carol says we're less likely to overeat. So that is exactly right. So all of those things are very true. So in our weekly this week, they say protein is a powerhouse nutrient. It delivers energy to your body and strength to your bones, helps keep your cells, muscles, and blood healthy, and it's great for managing weight. Protein, hey Sandy, protein helps you feel more satisfied at and between meals than other nutrients. Plus, as you lose weight, getting enough protein can help preserve muscle mass, which burns more calories than fat does. Those health benefits are why protein lowers the smart points values of foods. Lean proteins are even lower. Along with lean meat, poultry, and dairy, there are 0-point foods high in protein like seafood and eggs. And don't forget, plant-based proteins like beans, lentils, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. Okay, so a million times before in our chats, we have talked about this. We have talked about bulking it up. Hashtag bulk it up. Tonight, we're going to talk about, when we're talking about bulking it up, we're talking about adding a fruit or veggie to a meal. We're talking about taking something that's smaller, like maybe a frozen dinner or something like that. Hey, Liz. Like maybe a frozen dinner or something like that, and bulking it up with some, vegetables, like putting some steamed broccoli in it or something. But hashtag bulk it up until now has all been about bulking up our meals with some other 0-point foods. Well, tonight we're going to talk all about bulking it up with, and Sylvia's family's there. Hi. So, and I'm just excited y'all are here, since it's Mother's Day. I know, thank you for sharing your Mother's Day with me. But we're going to talk about bulking things up with protein. So if you do have to leave early, do come back later and watch the second half, because we're going to talk about 4, but we're going to make 3 high protein meals. So things that are really, high in protein, and they're going to fill you up, and they're going to keep you going all day, and they're going to give you lots of energy and build those lean muscles. Yeah. So we're going to hashtag bulk it up with protein today. Okay. But first, we're going to play a game. And happy Mother's Day, Barbara. So first, we're going to play a game. So I have 6 items here that you may or may not think of when you're thinking about protein. Hey, Kathy, and happy Mother's Day. You may or may not think about these 6 items when you're thinking about protein. A couple of them you may, a couple of them you might not. So I'm going to show you these 6 items, and then I want you all to put them in order of the highest protein to the lowest protein. Okay, so I know I didn't warn you until you did get a piece of paper and a pen, but I can't lift them up, and I don't know, can you all see these? Can you all see these things right here? Because I can't see them, but I notice when I go back and watch later that I can see more than I can while we're doing, while we're doing this. Hello, Cheryl. So can you all see these items, or do I need to hold them up? Okay, so you might need a pen and a piece of paper, because I am going to want you all to guess what, or just tell me if you know. Don't look them up though. Do not. Okay, so Betty says no, y'all can't see them. Okay, I'll hold them up. So, and Lizzie says no. So I will hold each one of them up. But don't cheat. Do not look on your tracker and look at these. Okay, so the very first item is chicken. It's chicken breast. It's premium chicken breast. Okay, and it's 1/3 of a cup of chicken breast. Okay, and I'm going to lift them up, so it's okay. Okay, 1/3 of it. But I want you to, want some of y'all to write these down, because I'm going to ask you to guess. So it's 6 items. So the first one is 1/3 of a cup of chicken breast. And sorry, they're backwards. Didn't even think about trying to write them the other way. Okay. The next one is 1/2 of a cup of non-fat plain Greek yogurt. And Lori says, I need your camper up there. Which one? Which one? The tin one. Is it this one? That one is from Cracker Barrel. And if you turn it around, it's actually a Christmas one. Anyway, the next one is 3 tablespoons of egg whites. When you say protein, everybody thinks of whole eggs, but egg whites, might be in this category. So 3 tablespoons of egg whites. The next one is 1/2 of a cup of black beans. The next one is 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast. And then the last one is a banana. So I need to know what order you all think these are in, from the highest to the lowest. So we have a banana, 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast, 1/2 a cup of black beans. Happy Mother's Day, Angelia. 3 tablespoons of egg whites, 1/2 of a cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt. Ooh, and Lindsay bought her first container of nutritional yeast today. Woohoo, you're gonna love it. It's about time for me to get another one. That one's getting pretty low. Pretty low. Hello, Rebecca, happy Mother's Day. And 1/3 of a cup of chicken breast. So I wanna know, yes, number 1. So the order you're gonna put them in, the first item is gonna be the one that you think is the highest in protein. We're not talking about smart points, we're talking about protein. So which of these 6 items do you all think is the highest? Okay, so Stacy's got chicken, yogurt, eggs, bean, yeast, banana. So you got them literally in the order that I had them in. Okay, Loretta says chicken, black beans, yogurt, egg whites, yeast, and a banana. Okay? So what do y'all, so y'all think chicken? So far everybody thinks chicken is number 1. Okay, so I'm gonna put chicken, since everybody's saying chicken is first, I'm gonna put chicken over here in the number 1 spot. Okay, and then which one do y'all think is number 2? So do you think it's non-fat Greek yogurt, egg whites, black beans, nutritional yeast, or banana? So, okay, it looks like eggs are getting a pretty good running for second. And then it looks like yogurt, looks like yogurt and eggs are right in line for second and third. Okay, so we're gonna put the yogurt third, and then 100% of you have picked the beans. Oh no, Stacy, I don't know, Stacy's got the black beans. She's got the black beans over here. Banana, yogurt, yeast, yogurt second. Okay, so Carol Lou says to move the yogurt to second. Okay, so right now we've got, ooh, Karen says beans, chicken, yogurt, egg whites, yeast, and banana. So poor little banana. Beans, yogurt, chicken, egg whites, yeast, and banana. Black beans, yogurts. A lot of y'all are saying black beans. So am I moving the black beans up? I'm moving the black beans over here, right? Okay, yep, Tag wants the beans in third. Okay, and then the yeast and then the banana and the egg whites. Okay, so y'all still have a few more minutes. So what order do you think in? Okay, so right now the order you all have them in is chicken. Chicken is first. Yogurt is second. This is what y'all have them in right now. Black beans is in third. Egg whites, they're not all the same. They are not all the same. Yeah. Egg whites are fourth. Nutritional yeast. Oh, egg whites go up. So where do you want that? Where do you want the egg whites, Angelia? Then the yeast, and then the banana. And I would never trick you all. Okay, I might, but I'm not tricking you in this case. Beans. Oh, Kim wants beans to be number 1. Okay. So I'm going to move this down here. Everybody agree with Kim, or does anybody argue with Kim? So now we have beans. Okay, Lacey wants beans third. Okay, so black beans. So right now we've got black beans are first. Okay, we've got a couple of people saying black beans are first. Then the chicken. Then the egg whites. Then the yogurt. Then the nutritional yeast. And then the banana. Okay, nope. So now we're getting chicken and black beans. Y'all want chicken and black beans to swap spots? Is that what we're doing? Okay, so now it's chicken, black beans, egg whites, yogurt. Uh-oh, Lori's saying yogurt's number 1. She's saying, okay, I'm going to move all these down. Okay, I'm only going to swap them one more time, and then we're going to talk about them, okay? So now we've got yogurt first. Ooh, now Lisa says it's second. I don't know. We've got a couple of votes for yogurt being first. So we've got yogurt first, then the chicken breast, then the half a cup of black beans, the egg whites, and the nutritional yeast, which that sticker's trying to come off, the nutritional yeast, and the banana. And Betty says this is harder than it sounds. Okay, so now people are going back to beans first, and Liz is exactly right. It is a complete protein. It really is. Okay, I do have yogurt first, so I've got the yogurt first. Okay, so that's it. This is your last chance. This is your last chance. Any more changes? Hello, Marlene. Ooh, Liz learned that at a science conference. Yay! So it's not just us that think so. Sciencey people think so too. Okay, any more changes? I've got yogurt first, chicken second, beans third, egg whites fourth, nutritional yeast fifth, and the banana, hello Marlene, and the banana is last. Okay, got people saying chicken first. Okay, so you want chicken and then yogurt, is that right? It's funny, y'all keep telling me what you want first, but hardly any of you are telling me what you want beyond that. Okay, so we're moving chicken to first. Okay, this is it. This is the last change I'm making because we got 3 things to make in the second half. Chicken, do y'all want chicken first? Tell me, do you want chicken to be first? Ooh, Kim's still saying beans are first. Okay, so, yes, so we have a couple of chickens or yes. Okay, so, oh, and Kathy's a late entry. She wants the beans to be after the eggs. Ooh, and Stacy wants the yogurt to be first. Okay, so we're gonna stop. Okay, so 1/3 of a cup of chicken breast. So I know you all are not normally, I know Janice, I'm giving you the answers. So I know y'all aren't normally measuring your chicken out, as 1/3. But I wanted to show you that, because when people say, and Pam says, anything, I want to know the answers. So when people say that, when they're thinking about chicken, they're thinking about like a whole chicken breast. So, but remember, tonight in the second half, we're going to be talking about bulking it up with protein. So I want y'all to think about other forms of chicken. So this is white chunk chicken. It's all chicken breast. I got this at Trader Joe's. 1/3 of a cup of this chicken breast. And if you buy chicken breast in a can, just be sure that it's just chicken breast so that it's still 0 smart points. And thank you, Barbara. These are the nails that Casey helped me with. And I'm actually going to change them out because I've had these on for like 9 days now. But they are just now starting to, grow out. So they have worked very well. Kelly. Casey sells Color Street nails now, so we can talk about that, you know, later. But a third of a cup of chicken breast, is 0 smart points, and I'm sorry, it's backwards, and 12 grams of protein. So that's 12 grams of protein in a third of a cup. And a third of a cup is tiny. I mean, that is a tiny, tiny amount. Okay, then you all had the Greek yogurt second, and that's a half of a cup of Greek yogurt, of plain non-fat Greek yogurt. So a half of a cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt is still 0 smart points, and it's 15 grams. So that's actually more than the chicken. So I'm gonna move this over to number 1. The black beans, a half of a cup of black beans, and black beans, you can put that in anything. I mean, anything. You can put this in chicken. You can put these in casseroles. You can put it in tortilla bakes. You can put it in, hello Stacy. You can put them in so many things. But a half of a cup of black beans is 0 smart points and 7 grams of protein. But a half of a cup is still not much. So that's a great way to, you know, that is a great way to hashtag bulk it up, you know, with some protein. Then the egg whites, and these are not eggs, these are not whole eggs, these are egg whites. So 3 tablespoons of egg whites. This one really shocked me. 3 tablespoons of egg whites is 0 smart points, and it's 5 grams of protein. An egg is 6 point something grams of protein. A whole egg is 6 point something. I don't remember what it is, but it's 6 point something. But I was shocked that I thought that all of the protein, I mean, I thought the egg was going to be like 3 times as much protein as the egg whites. But I like to add egg whites to a lot of things, even if they have an egg in them. But yeah, but 3 tablespoons is 0 smart points, and 5 grams of protein. Okay, and then the nutritional yeast. This is just a seasoning. I mean, it also has nutritional benefits, but this is a seasoning. So you can use this as a seasoning. 1 tablespoon of Bragg, in particular brand nutritional yeast, is 0 smart points and 2 grams of protein. 2. Yeah, so you get 2 extra grams of protein if you use this in your food. And then a banana. I mean, do you all even think a banana has protein in it? It's a banana, you know, because I mean, I don't know, I think of protein as being meat. You know, I mean, we could have looked at tofu, we could have looked at a lot of other things, but I was trying to find some things that were, you know, are a little bit surprising. So, bananas, you think they even have any protein? Surprise, surprise! A banana is 0 smart points, 0, and it has 1.3 grams of protein. So, this is the correct order. Let me make sure I have them in the correct order. 7, 5. Yep, okay. So the correct order is number 1. Number 1 is for the serving size that we had. Number 1 is the non-fat Greek yogurt. A half of a cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt is 0 smart points. 0 smart points and 15 grams of protein. Yeah, and Carol was the first one to notice that they are all 0 points. Every single one of these is 0 smart points. 0 smart points, so bonus. Okay, so a half a cup of the yogurt, 0 smart points, 15 grams of protein. That's number 1. Number 2 is the 3 ounces, or I'm sorry, a third of a cup of chicken breast, still 0 smart points, 12 grams of protein. The black beans, a half a cup of black beans, 0 smart points, 7 grams of protein. And Wanda wants to know, is there a difference in green bananas and yellow? I don't think so. I don't think there is, other than taste. I have no idea. I really don't think there's any nutritional difference. I know there's a bunch of stuff going around on the internet about never, ever, ever eat bananas if they're speckledy or not speckledy. I don't remember what it is, but I really don't think that makes any difference other than just your particular tummy. Then number 4 are the egg whites. 3 tablespoons of egg whites, still 0 smart points, and 5 grams of protein. And then the nutritional yeast for flavoring. I mean, you know, for seasoning. 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast, 0 smart points, and 2 grams of protein. And then a banana, 0 smart points, 1.3 grams of protein. Okay, so was anybody surprised Was anybody surprised by what we learned tonight? So yeah, and Laura, it may be a different kind of carb. I don't have on the bananas. I have no idea. No idea. Tonight we're talking about protein, so I don't know. I'll try to look that up. I'll try to get some, some information on that. But so was anybody surprised? So yogurt, chicken, black beans, egg whites, nutritional yeast, and banana. Yes, Sherry, that's exactly right. Yogurt, chicken, black beans, egg whites, nutritional yeast, and banana. Now on the chicken, just keep in mind if you had a bigger serving of chicken. So one of the things we're going to talk about tonight, it would be 4 ounces of chicken breast. 4 ounces of chicken breast is 37 grams of protein. What? But that's a lot of chicken. I mean, that's like a whole chicken breast. So this one is just for 1/3 of a cup, which I don't know how many ounces that is. Probably 2 maybe ounces. But yeah, so I mean, if you had a big piece of chicken, this one would have been first. But for the serving sizes that we had, it is yogurt, number 1, then chicken, then black beans, then egg whites, then nutritional yeast, and then the banana. Okay, so think about this. Okay, so everybody's saying that they thought that the beans would have been more. Okay, that is for 1/2 of a cup of black beans. So a whole, well, Debbie, if it had been a whole chicken breast, it would have been first. It would have been first, yeah. So on the beans, so 1/2 a cup, if you just used 1/2 a cup, that's when it is 7 grams of protein, but it also has 6 grams of fiber. So we're not really talking about fiber tonight, but it's also 6 grams of fiber. But if you ate an entire cup, that would be 14. So, this is just for the serving sizes that we were doing. Okay, so your homework for this week, because we need to get to the food that we're gonna make. Your homework for this week is I want you to find, because I love the number 3 for some reason, I want you to find 3 things that you never looked up the protein on them. And I want you to look up the protein, and then I want you to list them, and don't forget to tag me in it. So, it could be the banana with 1.3 grams of protein, but I want you to find 3 things that you didn't know even had protein in them, or that you were surprised when you looked up the amount, how much protein it was. And I want you to list those 3 things, what they are, what the serving size is, how many smart points they are, for that serving, and then how many grams of protein it is, because that will help all of us to build a huge database of go-to things, for protein. So it'll be your homework, and it'll be a help for all, for all of us. So don't forget to tag me. If you are doing it on Facebook, just tag at If You Have an Egg, or if you're in our closed group, tag Kelly Green Milligan. If you are tagging me on Instagram, it is at If You Have an Egg. If you are tagging me on Connect, it is at Scrap and Stamp 2. Or you can just comment, and without tagging me, if you can comment, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can just comment. You can just type in the comments what it is, and I will give you your Rubbo sticker for your homework. Okay, so that is your homework for this week. And yeah, Carla says fat-free string cheese has 6 grams, and she lives on them. Yeah, Alyssa and I live on string cheese too. So okay. So we're going to put this up real quick. We're going to take a 2-second break, and then we're going to start on the food. So if you were just here, if you were only here for the classroom portion of our meeting, of our workshop, then you are dismissed. And everybody else, hold on just a second, and I'll be back for part 2. Okay, and I'm back. So we are ready for part 2 of this week's chat, and this week's chat was number 122, and it was called The Protein Advantage. And so we spent the first half of our chat talking about bulking things up with protein. So I'm going to give you 4 meal ideas where you can really bulk up the protein. The first one we're just going to talk about because that is what we are having for supper tomorrow night, and so you will have to pay attention to tomorrow night's supper. Let's see, Carol Lou says any certain website or database to use to look up the protein. I did not use, well, I mean, obviously I used my WW app to look up, a lot of it, and thank you, Brenda. Casey got me this probably last year for Mother's Day. We're a little bit Disney obsessed, just a tiny bit. So yeah, so you'll notice I have lots of things that are Disney all of our all of our annual pass stickers. But yes, you can look them up on the WW app, and I noticed there are quite a few like Livestrong, and I'm trying to think, there was another one that had a lot of good protein information. Just always check your information, and if it seems weird, wait, what? If it seems weird, or if it, if it seems like, I don't know, like a website that you've never seen, I don't know, if it just seems flaky, just don't take their, their word for it. Always, kind of look it up. But you can look up every single one of them on the WW app. And Orlando Debbie, as a side note, says new Mexican jalapeno peanut M&Ms are 3 grams of protein. Oh my gosh. But there's 7 smart points for 12 pieces. What? Yeah, I didn't need to know that. Jalapeno peanut. I'll have to try those now. Okay, but anyway, so we're gonna talk about 4 meals. The first meal we're just gonna talk about, because that is actually 4 meals where we're bulking it up with protein. The first meal we're just gonna talk about because that is our supper for tomorrow night, and you'll have to pay attention tomorrow night, or maybe Tuesday morning when I'm posting our supper, so that you can see what that is. But these are 4 protein packed meals. 4, and they all have food in them that I think normal people would eat. So the first one, we're going to start with dinner, because we're only talking about the dinner, because I want to show you the rest of them. So tomorrow night's dinner is 4 ounces of That Man's chicken breast, and you can find that recipe on www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and just search, if you search That Man, you're going to find That Man's chicken, That Man's chicken breast, That Man's turkey tenderloin, That Man's pork chops. So we love That Man, even though we don't have a clue who he is. So for tomorrow night, we're gonna have 4 ounces of That Man's chicken breast. That is 0 smart points, and because it is made with nutritional yeast, it makes it 37 grams of protein. Then we're gonna have 1 cup of cooked asparagus. It won't be chopped up into a cup, but it'll be the equivalent of a cup. It will be my air fryer asparagus recipe, and that is also on www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and just search asparagus and you should be able to find that one. I have one for air fryer asparagus and one for bacon wrapped air fryer asparagus, which would be more protein but more points. The asparagus is 0 smart points for just the air fryer asparagus. And then we are going to have Trader Joe's ciabatta bread, Trader Joe's cheesy ciabatta bread. Okay, and that one I'm just going to show you real quick. Trader Joe's has, the packaging is new, so they have ciabatta rolls, and they look huge sitting here in my hand. They're not that big, but they're ciabatta rolls. If you eat the whole roll, it is 5 smart points. 5 smart points for the whole roll, and we're going to use a 1/4 of a cup of the Trader Joe's shredded mozzarella, light mozzarella cheese on there, and that's 2 smart points. And we're going to bake that on there, spray it with a little bit of nonstick spray before you put it in there. And so that's going to be 4 ounces of That Man's chicken breast, asparagus, and then the ciabatta bread, and that is all. And so all of that's going to be 7 smart points, but it's 57 grams of protein. 57. That's crazy. That's a crazy amount of protein. So, and I think that's a dinner that, that anybody, would love to have. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. I'll show you all tomorrow night. Well, I'll take pictures of it tomorrow night. Maybe you might video it. Don't know. We'll see. But that's 57 grams of protein. So that one is definitely a power-packed protein meal. But the first 2 things, the chicken breast, That Man's chicken breast, and the asparagus, you can find on www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Okay. The next thing, so we're going to go in reverse order. So the next thing would be a snack, a power-packed protein snack. So we're going to take, this is a 1/2 of a cup of fat-free, plain non-fat Greek yogurt. That's what this is. This is a 1/4 of a cup of water chestnuts chopped up. This is 2 tablespoons of the Knorr, vegetable dip, like you make a vegetable dip with. And then this is about a 1/4 to a 1/3 of a cup of frozen Okay, I'm sorry, Carol Lou wants to know, is there a limit or recommendation on how much protein we should try to eat each day? I really think it has to do with how much you weigh and how old you are and how much you're working out and everything. But I mean, and 57 is, is a lot for, for one meal. We wouldn't eat that necessarily at every meal, but I think it's gonna be a good one. And then this was frozen chopped spinach, and I did squeeze it out with, with a paper towel. So this one's gonna be for a good protein-packed snack. So this is the half of a cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt, and then I'm just going to dump in the 1/4 of a cup of chopped water chestnuts, the 2 tablespoons of the Knorr, and Knorr is spelled Knorr, Knorr vegetable soup mix. Hold on, I'll open the package so you can see it. It's that. Everyone has had that. If you have not had that, I don't know what part of the country you're from, but everyone down south has had that. And yes, Betty, these will eventually go on the site now that we're back to almost normal. And then this is the spinach. And this one is an absolute treat. This is something that my sister makes, for almost every occasion. You can add, if you want to, you can add a little bit of fat-free sour cream to it. You can add some low-fat mayonnaise. We probably will put just a little bit of low-fat mayonnaise in there. So, some light mayonnaise in there. And just mix it up really good. Sorry for that icky, squishy sound. And let's see. Liz wants to know if you could use fresh spinach. I guess you could. It's weird though, this recipe, I mean, we've been making this for eons and forever, and we have always used the frozen spinach thawed out, and then and then put in there. But I know it's not so pretty all glooped up in the bowl, but that is, yes, and Pam needs to know the quantities again. So this basically makes a spinach chip. Carol's exactly right. So this was a half a cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt. It's a 1/4 of a cup of chopped water chestnuts, 2 tablespoons of the Knorr vegetable soup mix, and then about a 1/4 to a 1/3 of a cup. It's hard to tell because the spinach, because you're gonna, squish it down so much. It was probably about a 1/5 of the block because it comes in a, in a frozen spinach block. But anyway, so that's what it looks like when you get done. It's really good on crackers. It's really good on crackers. It's great on if you wanted to make some air fryer pita chips with the cut to carb, tortillas or the wraps, you could do that. But this one, or like carrots or celery, are really good in this. But so this one is a protein snack. It ends up being 2 smart points if you put the light mayo in there. So 2 smart points for this whole thing, this whole big thing. And you can eat it with carrots. It's really good with carrots or celery. It's 13.5 grams of protein. So it's 2 smart points for this whole big thing, 13.5 grams of protein. Okay, so that's a good one. Then, since we're working our way backwards, we're going to talk about lunch. So for lunch, I am using a protein blends. This is Bird's Eye Steam Fresh protein blends, and it's the Southwestern style. And this it's a blend of whole grains, black beans, corn, lentils, and lentils are extremely high in protein. Lentils and red bell peppers with a zesty sauce. This entire bag is one serving. So the whole bag is 1 serving. It's 360 grams in this bag, and it's, I think, 1 2/3 cups by the time you're done cooking it. But this whole bag has, let me find it. You find the protein here. It's 12 grams of protein. Okay, so this whole thing, so this whole bag is 1. It's 1 2/3 cups is in this whole bag. So what I did, I went ahead and put it into a to-go container because this is going to go to work with me. So this is the 1 2/3 cups, which is the whole bag of the Bird's Eye Steam Fresh protein blend Southwest style in here. And then this is 3 ounces of chicken breast, of grilled chicken breast chopped up. And this is, let's see, this is 1/4 cup of Trader Joe's light shredded Mexican cheese blend. So for the 1 2/3, for the 1 2/3 cup of this, that is 14 smart points. I mean, sorry, not smart points. 6 smart points, 14 grams of protein, and look, I mean, that's the whole container, And then I have the 3 ounces of grilled chicken breast, and I'm going to dump that on top. 3 ounces of grilled chicken breast is 0 smart points, and this may or may not even all fit in the container, but that is 0 smart points, and it is, let me find it. For this one, it's 26 grams of protein, and then the 1/4 cup of Trader Joe's shredded Mexican blend cheese is 2 smart points, and it is 9 grams of protein. So I'm just going to put that on top. So now I have, let me set my plate down. So now I have this whole Tex-Mex thing. I have this whole Tex-Mex bowl that I'm going to take to work and eat, and this whole thing is 49 grams of protein. 49 grams of protein, and it's only 8 smart points. I mean, and look, okay, look how big this is. It's huge. So this is like 2 cups of food. So this is 2 cups of food. Again, it was the whole bag of this, of the Bird's Eye Steam Fresh protein blend, Southwestern style, the chicken, and the light shredded cheese from Trader Joe's. You could use any brand of light, you know, light shredded cheese. Velveeta has a light shredded cheese that's really good. So yeah, how yummy does that look? And it was 49 grams of protein, 49. So that is a big bulk it up. Oh, and Sandra says she would put this in a big salad. So yeah, so she would be bulking it up and bulking it up. So she would be bulk it up, both. And yes, Brenda, salsa and cilantro would be absolutely fabulous with this. It would be fabulous. Okay, the last one we're actually going to cook. So we are going to take just a moment to do that. Okay, this one is a common breakfast that I have, and no, it is not a Wego. Although it could have been a Wego, but no, this one is not a Wego. This one, this plate, and I'll have to hold up the individual things so that you all can see what these are. But this one is a super fast and easy breakfast that you can do to really, really bulk it up. So I'm not going to turn this up too much because I don't want to dump it out. So in this bowl, we have 1 egg and 3 tablespoons of egg whites. So that's what's in this bowl. And then in this cup, we have 1 tablespoon of fat-free ricotta cheese. I'm going to dump that in there. So these are both decently, you know, decent amounts of protein. That is, let's see, it is 5. Oh, the egg is 6.3, so that's 11.3. And then the fat-free ricotta cheese is 1.5. And then we're going to put 1 tablespoon of the nutritional yeast in here. So I'm going to put all of that together in this bowl, and I'm going to stir it up. I'm sorry for the little stirring noises. Hold on. I can't do that while I'm holding it up, so I'm going to set it down and stir it. Okay, and all I'm trying to do is just break up the egg yolk, you know, and then kind of stir this together. And then, let me rinse my spoon off. Okay, and then I'm going to put this in the microwave for 2 minutes. And thank you, Sandra. But yeah, Wegos, and I'm not even making a Wego tonight. But I'm going to put this in for 2 minutes, but I'm putting it in there a minute at a time. So be sure that you put it in a microwave safe bowl because you are going to need the microwave. So right now we have 1 egg, 3 tablespoons of egg whites, 1 tablespoon of fat-free ricotta cheese, and 1 tablespoon. I know Betty's saying I have to go back and rewatch this. I know, Betty. I'm having trouble paying attention, and I'm doing it. But anyway, so it's what's in the microwave right now is 1 egg, 3 tablespoons of egg whites, 1 tablespoon of fat-free ricotta cheese, and 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast. And Melissa, the fat-free ricotta, okay, so Trader Joe's quit carrying it, so let me show you what I had to get. Okay, Trader Joe's stopped carrying it, so I had to go to Publix and beg my Publix to carry the Galbani fat-free ricotta cheese. They have it, my Publix and some grocery stores carry that brand, carry Galbani, but they didn't carry it in the fat-free, so I had to beg them for it. Okay, so I only put this in for 1 minute. You can see it's good and steamy. It's good and steamy, but I'm gonna chop it up a little bit. You don't wanna put it in there for the whole 2 minutes to start with, or it gets kind of rubbery. So all I'm doing is just chopping it up. So sorry, I'm making noises, and now Dusty's over here drinking water, which sounds really disgusting. Hey, Trish. Oh, hey, Esther from London. Hello, good morning. How are you? Happy Mother's Day, Trish. And I guess it's tomorrow in England, right, Esther? Okay, so I just chopped that up a little bit. I'm gonna put it in there for another minute, maybe 30 seconds. I'll just put it in there for 30 seconds because it was heating up really good. So, and Esther's tired. I know, Esther. It's the wee morning. Let's see, Esther, it is 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait, it's not even, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Is it 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning? You should be asleep. But anyway, so this is Galbani, and they do carry Galbani at my Publix, but I had to ask for the fat-free because Trader Joe's stopped carrying it because they said people weren't buying it. Whatever. I think people were buying it. Okay, so let's get that out. Ooh, it's a little bit toasty. Okay, so those eggs are good and cooked. And again, that was 1 egg, 3 tablespoons of egg white, 1 tablespoon of fat-free ricotta, and 1 tablespoon, it's almost 2, yeah. Shoo! And 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast. Okay, now I'm gonna add on top of this, I am going to add a packet of Quaker cheese grits. So we are making cheese grits. Okay, but like I love cheese grits, and if y'all haven't had grits, you gotta have them. You gotta try them. And you can get these here in Tennessee. You can get these at Kroger, Publix, Ingles, I think, some different places. You can order them online if you don't have them. Oh, and Esther walked a 5K with her WW coach. Ooh, that's awesome. But so they're grits, you know, and people are, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, grits, I love grits, I love them. But these are cheese grits, and so I'm gonna pour the cheese grits directly on top of the eggs. Okay, and then the part you all may not be able to see, okay, you're just gonna have to believe me that this is what I'm doing, because I cannot pick you all up. And actually, I'm gonna put my dip in the refrigerator real quick. Okay, I cannot pick you all up and take you with me, so you're just gonna have to trust me on this. Okay, I'm gonna take this. So now, okay, and Kim hasn't seen grits in Canada. We'll try to figure out how to get you some. But so now I have eggs on the bottom, and the powdered cheese grits are on top. Okay, and yes, they do. They have 3 flavored cheese grits. Yeah, I don't remember which one this one is because I have it by the assorted pack. Now I'm gonna use water from my Keurig, and you can use just boiling water, but you need 4 ounces of water, and I'll be back in just a second. So what I'm doing is I'm using my Keurig to put hot water on top of the grits, and y'all can see it right there, adding hot water on top of the grits. Okay, and you want to kind of stir that around so that all of the grits get wet. Okay, and we're going to let that sit for just a minute. And in case you didn't know it, you can use your Keurig for a whole lot of things. Yeah, I use it to reconstitute a lot of things. I use it to make my oatmeal. I use it to, and yes, I'm sorry, it's 3 SP. It is 3 smart points for the grits. Melissa's exactly right. The package of grits is 3 smart points. So, but I use my Keurig, you know, for a lot of things like that. You can use it for ramen noodles. Sometimes you have to put them in the microwave again for just a second. But so this one, right now, what we have in here is the egg, the 3 tablespoons of egg whites, the 1 tablespoon of fat-free ricotta, the 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast. Now we have put the grits in here. And so, okay, so it's 3 points for the grits. It's 0 for the eggs, 0 for the egg whites, 0 for the fat-free ricotta, and 0 for the nutritional yeast. I'm getting ready to add, though, 2 more points to it. Well, let me see. How much am I putting on here? Yeah, I'm gonna add something to, I'm gonna add, so you can, this is negotiable. You don't have to add this, but we are already up to over 18 grams of protein. So we are bulking it up with protein. The grits themselves, the cheese grits themselves, have 3 grams of protein. What? Who knew that? Who knew that that a package of instant cheese grits had protein? But anyway, the instant cheese grits by themselves have 3 grams of protein. So if you just do the eggs, the egg whites, the fat-free ricotta, and the nutritional yeast, then it is 18.5 grams of protein and only 3 smart points. But it's cheese grits, so I'm going to add a little bit more cheese, and the little bit more cheese that I'm going to add is going to add, and let me find it on here, it is going to add 9 more grams of protein. 9 more grams of protein. It's going to add 2 more smart points, but 9 more grams of protein. So now we have cheesy cheese grits. Oh, Sandra, let's see, wait. Sandra, I can't read the whole thing. I haven't been to WW. I'll have to go back and look. Okay, so now it's cheesy cheese, and I know it's all the same color, but it's cheesy cheese. And so now it is, let's see, what's 18 plus 9? Now it's 27 grams of protein. So, and look, again, look how big this bowl is. So that's only 5 smart points. It has 1 egg, 3 egg whites, 1 tablespoon of fat-free ricotta cheese, 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast, and the cheese grits, the packet of cheese grits, and now the 1/4 of a cup of the Trader Joe's light shredded Mexican cheese. Bulk it up. Bulk it up. So that's 27 grams. That's 27 grams. If you don't have the ricotta, don't worry about it, Carol Lou. Don't, you know, just don't worry about it. I mean, you don't have to have it. I just like how creamy it makes it. Velveeta shreds would work perfectly, Melissa. Velveeta shreds would work great with that. But anyway, so here this is, all of that, and that's only 5 smart points. And honestly, I usually add a little bit of jalapenos or something to the top, you know, to kind of spice it up, or some Dax spices. Okay, so everybody's gonna bulk it up, right? You're all gonna bulk it up this week. And everybody is gonna go back and watch this, because I've given you so much information. You are all gonna go back and watch this on YouTube when Casey gets it posted. And every single one of you is gonna subscribe, right? So there's 57 of you all right now, and there's been over 100 of us all together tonight. So I want all 100 of you all, or at least the 57, to go right here if you're watching this later on YouTube and subscribe. And then down here, I think there's like the next, like right here is subscribe. Right here, I think, is the next video maybe. And then right here is where you go to order one of the shirts that I'm wearing, one of the spread shirts, if you want one of those. And Casey and I do appreciate when you all do that very, very, very much, because this gets expensive. Yeah, because we bring you all of this free, but I spent like $100 at the grocery store getting it all together. But we get to eat it. So, did anybody get any great ideas? Anybody get any great ideas on how to bulk it up for protein? Y'all are really, really good at bulking it up with veggies, fruits and veggies. But anybody get any great, happy Mother's Day, Esther. Anybody get any great ideas for bulking it up with protein? Yeah. Oh, Jennifer did. Yep, Melissa did. And y'all remember what we talked about in the first part. Liz did. Great, great, great. Liz says absolutely. And I will tell you, I can tell that I got done. And Loretta says yes. Esther says yes. Yay. I can tell that that I cooked something because Dusty is right at my feet now. Right at my feet. Sandra said yes. Yes. And Brenda said yes. Oh, it's Brenda, it's your first time. Why didn't you tell us? Everybody tell Brenda hello. It's her first time being here. Yeah, great. Kathy, Stacy, Sherry, awesome guys. Yep, and Carol Lou is hungry now, so we should make some green beans to go with this. And Angelia says yes. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Got to get this back in the refrigerator, and I will get to work and see now. Dusty, can you hear it? Can y'all hear Dusty? Yeah, he wants some of this food. So let's get him up here to say goodnight. Come on, buddy. Oh, my goodness. Ugh. He really doesn't weigh much. Oh, see, he sees those grits and he's like, Mama, I want the cheese. Okay, so everybody have a great week. Don't forget, do not forget to hashtag bulk it up with your protein, and do your homework from the first half of the chat. And remember to subscribe, and share. We have there are a lot of new WWers. I guess everybody's trying to get ready for bathing suit season. But yeah, so I'm gonna say goodbye for this week from me and Dusty, and we will see you all next week. Don't forget to tag me in your homework. Oh, and Esther's flying back to the US in 2 weeks. We'll have to buy grits. Yes, ma'am, you will. Yes, ma'am, you will. Okay, y'all have an awesome week. Oh, I'm gonna sit Tubbs down. Have an awesome week. Happy Mother's Day if I didn't already tell you, and I will see you later. Bye.